So you're just coming back to World of Warcraft, you got a fresh level 50, fresh level 60 even, maybe you pre-ordered Dragonflight, the expansion, and you got a free level 60 boost. Well, that's what I did, and we're going to dive into the most efficient way to get your character from 0 to hero and ready to go and be able to play in the pre-expansion or whatever it is to get ready for Dragonflight. I'm the Dungeon Coach. I'm here to make your World of Warcraft experience as efficient as possible. I'm going to show you what it looks like to take that level 60 boost, apply it to a character. What does that look like? Getting that character all the way up to ready to play, going to Mythic Plus and all this kind of stuff literally right away, super efficiently. We're going to get renowned vendors, covenants. I have a whole list here for you guys. Skips and all the different skips you can do with quests if you have a main character that's already been playing, because there's a lot of really cool stuff you can do if you already have a max level character that's already maxed out some stuff. You get a whole bunch of skips and everything, and they're also going to be doing that in Dragonflight as well. We're going to make you and your character's life so much more efficient with Dalaran Hearthstones, Legion Engineering for free essentially, and getting yourself a little teleporter to go all over the place. Best ways to get gear, the whole package. So let's just get into it. All right, here we go. I got a little level 60 boost in the corner. We're not going to create a new character. We're going to use this little level 10 that I just made here next and level up. Once it's done loading up, bing, there we go, and let's enter the world. You're going to get a whole bunch of pop-ups and whatever is going on in the game while the time you're doing it, and your add-ons are going to literally just shit themselves. It's absolutely terrible. I'm just going to move all these things around, but we'll be fixing all of these things, as you can see here. Nothing's even functional right now. So I'm going to instantly just open up my bags and hearth out of here. You do not need to do this. This is the introduction scenario. You functionally know how to play the game already, ultimately. If you don't, by all means, go ahead and do this, but you're level 60. All right, I set up my action bars and all my abilities here. That's all I really need here for this is just roll in places, right? That's all we're doing. We're gonna roll out. I open up my bags here, and there's two little items you get at the very beginning. I just opened it up as I was doing this, and I was like, oh wait, I gotta show you guys. So there's one bag that opens up and it gives you all the weapons for whatever type of things you want to do for your different specs of the different things you have. I'm gonna rock the staff because I want to be a brewmaster. Cool. You get tomes of the mind to be able to allow yourself to respec, and you got food and drink, a potion and mana potion, and I got the Nat Pagels Water Strider thing in the mail if you've done that on your main account already, and you have 500 gold. That's it. You start off with 511 gold. I sent myself from an alt character 50,000 gold. So at the end of this video, we're going to see how much it costs to get this character up to speed if you have money to throw at it. And also at the end of the video, if you don't have any gold to throw at it and you come back to the game and you're broke as heck, I have plenty of other options for you to get geared up as well. So the first thing you want to do with your new character, you're going to come out here and you're going to go to this little ring of transference. You're going to head over to the Flight Master over here. And you're not going to take a flight of anything. There's a guy right next to him. I don't know why this NPC's here. I feel like this is a weird location for this to be. But here's what you're wanting. You're wanting to get 4 of these broker marks of distinction. You're going to get 4 of these for each of the 4 covenants. And you're going to be able to max out your covenant with this. Disclaimer here is you need to have a max level character that has hit renown level 80 with a covenant. And each of the covenants take renown. It goes from 0 up to 80. If you have a main character, get them to level 60 and then get the renown of their covenant to level 80. All the way at maxed out. You're able to buy these things for your alts and stuff, and that's what I'm doing here, trying to get all these other alts leveled up. These are the ones you got to get. And don't forget to buy this, is when you can increase your attunement to Shadowlands, learning the conduits and raising them all to a respectable item level. So I'm going to get that as well. I'm going to hold on to that for just a second. So that is what you got. First pit stop is right there. Now we're going to go back here and go to the main man to do the quests. Now, if you pull up your map, you're going to go here to your choosing your purpose over here. We're going to be picking our covenant and doing a lot of skips depending on, again, your main character and how far they are. Speak to this guy, pick up the quest, and he's going to say, talk to all of the different people. You're going to go around here, talk to each one of them. Now, once you've talked to him, you're going to come back here, talk to the helmet, pick your covenant. Now, for my monk, I'm going to be going Kyrian because I'm going to be a brewmaster and all that stuff. But I'm going to start off with Night Fae over here. And you're like, wait a second, I thought you just said you were going to choose. But I have chosen Night Fae. And I'm going to stop here. This is the skip that we're going to talk about here in a second. I'm going to go to the Night Fae over here. And this is my covenant that I'm not going to be using because I'm going to pick one of these things. I'm going to use this. And there we go. We're now level 60. A few moments pass, and then this pops into your bag. You get a whole bunch of stuff. You get a conduit. You get a whole bunch of legendary stuff. You get things that raise up your companions. Lots of things. A mount, armor sets, cosmetics, a toy. A ton of stuff that you get. Now, I'm going to go do that again, except now in this new patch at this point now, by the time you're watching this video, you can switch. So I'm going to switch factions. Okay, so I just learned this. You can't actually switch covenants yet until you turn in this quest. So I'm going to turn in this quest right here. I'm not going to do the skip yet. Turn in the quest. Okay, great. Now I've chose my purpose and all that kind of stuff between all the factions. I'm going to go here now. Now that I've chosen Night Fae, but I don't want to be Night Fae, I'm going to go to these guys, and I wanted to join the Vinthier. Awesome, cool. And yes, I'm sure. Now when I click this, my whole computer is going to lag up on me. Yes. Then once your computer's done almost dying, I'm going to use another one of these things to then unlock. Now I'm level 60 in Vinthier as well. And I'm going to go over here to Necrolords, and you get the picture. I get all of their cool stuff. Awesome, great. I go to here. I'm going to say, hey, I want to be one of you guys. Yeah, I'm sure. Your computer will almost die again, but it's fine. We're good. And now I'm going to do the same thing where I use the Mark of Distinction again. I'm now renowned 60 with the Necrolords. Awesome, great. And I'm going to end with my chosen covenant, who I'm going to end on just for efficiency purposes. And I also, just as you saw, it popped in my inventory over here. I want to be Kyrian. Yes, I'm sure. Finally locking it in. Now that I've locked in the Kyrian, I'm going to use my Mark of Distinction as well. Now I'm renowned 60 in the covenant that I want to be renowned 60 in, and I can get my quest from this person. There we go. I got my Kyrian items here. I've gotten all 4 items, all a bunch of mounts, a whole bunch of stuff, honestly, and a whole bunch of renown, like an actual ton of renown. So, and this is a great time to come back to the game, honestly, because of all those little catch-ups here. Now I'm going to go here, and this quest is, I have been to Zereth Modus before, and I have met Pokerpock. This skips you to whatever part that your main character's at. If your main character has completed Chapter 3 of the Zereth Mortis campaign, which I'll show you that here in a second, you can do this skip. It's a big, huge skip. Whatever your main character has done, you can do skips to get up to this point, and now I am able to do a whole bunch of stuff in Zereth Mortis that I will show you that here in a second. So next is a secret little tip about a Shadowlands only engineering tool. And again, if you have professions, which I assume you don't because you're just coming back to the game and this is a fresh character, etc. You don't have professions, you might as well have engineering be one of them. Unless you really do want to have some sort of profession, go for it. I don't really care about professions too much, so here's what I do. So if you want to get around extremely fast here in Oribos or in all of this entire zone of Shadowlands, this is what you want to do here. So I am in Oribos. I am at the spot where you get all the quests from. I am going over here to the engineering person, and it's just super, it's right here on the map, can't miss it. And I'm going to get Legion Engineering. Well, actually, I guess I don't need Legion Engineering. I'm going to get Shadowlands Engineering. You'll see it. So Engineering Trainer, again, right here on the map in Oribos. And I'm going to talk to him. Engineering, yes. Train it up. Costs 10 copper. Who even uses copper anymore? And Shadowlands Engineering, the same thing wasn't true in Legion, but there's that. I now have Shadowlands Engineering. Then you're going to go to the auction house and buy a wormhole generator. I already have the wormhole generator, and it's right here. As you can see, I'm going to put it right here on my bars, and I can click it now, and this thing is going, now again, all you have to do is go type in wormhole generator. It's going to be a little bit on the auction house. It's not that much, but it's honestly worth it. There you go. This is what it looks like. You're able to go to Oribos, which is where we're actually at right now. Each of the 4 main zones, even the Maw, and you can even unlock Korthia and other stuff once you unlock more things with your character. But I'm not going to use this right now because I don't need to go anywhere in Oribos. I need to go to the main place in Orgrimmar. We've got our covenant, we've done our skips. Now we're going to go to Orgrimmar and go to the auction house. So now in the auction house, this is where you got to get your character's gear up, because whenever you have this, whether you just hit 60 and you have whatever random questing gear or heirlooms or whatever you're using, because heirlooms are honestly really not that good right now. I have a full set of heirlooms, and that was kind of convenient, but it really wasn't that fast. I don't know. So this gear character starts off with item level 148, which is terrible right now as far as Shadowlands is concerned. Again, sorry, there's my character sheet so you can see it. But we really have 2 options. We can either go to the auction house and get some ultimately cheap gear at level 233, which is awesome for auction house gear, especially starting off new characters, or we're going to go to Zereth Mortis and get some gear from there from Anima. But I'm assuming that your main character might not have a ton of Anima, or you're just coming back to the game and you don't have a bunch of resources available. So let's see what we got here on the auction house. All right, so in the auction house, no matter what character you are, you're going to go ahead and go to your armor, and I'm going to go to whatever it is that you're wearing right now. I'm a monk, so I'm wearing leather. I'm going to filter. I'm typing in 60. I'm going to take out the poor, common, and uncommon, and I mean, you could click upgrades only, but you don't need to. And here we go. Look at all these things right here. So scrolling down, I'm going to first of all go to headpiece. I should probably sort by that first. These are the Shadowbound crafted items. You're looking for 233. There are 262 pieces, but you can only have have one. They are unique equipped, meaning you can only have one crafted 262 piece on you. Anywhere from the leather crafted 262 piece, only one. So I would heavily recommend not to buy it yet. You have no idea what kind of random drops you're going to get from Mythics or PvP or whatever it is that you're doing, right? So let's do 233. So now I'm going to buy one piece each of these things, and you can easily get them on the auction house. A lot of them, they're going to be about 1,000 gold each. Sometimes you can get them for a steal if you don't care about what kind of stats you want. But in general, I would go to icyveins.com, look up the thing. I can literally, I'm looking at it right now during this. You can go to stats and priority, and I can see, oh, it's item level and versatility. Okay, cool. So versatility, mastery, and crit are good for me. Awesome, cool. And then I can go shopping for versatility, anything but haste. Crit, no haste. And I can keep going to, okay, this is great. You can buy this one if you want, or you can be cheap and buy that one. You're going to go through here and buy one of each of these all the way through. And then you're going to go to miscellaneous and you're going to get your neck and the same thing. You're going to search for it and scroll down 233. But you notice there's 4 different kinds of 233 because we have a mastery heavy one, a versatility, a crit, and a haste heavy necklaces. And you have the 262 version of the super fancy ones. And in the same way that leather can only have one 262 for leather, jewelry can have only one 262 for jewelry. But again, I would just get the 233 ones. They are also cheaper for the record as well. You get your neck, you get your finger, and for finger, you're going to have to do whatever your 2 favorite stats are. You're going to have to get one of one and one of the other. So for the 233 rings, get one of whichever one you want and a different one of this, and you're fine. So if I wanted haste and mastery, I could get a mastery ring with a secondary of haste, and then I could get a haste ring with a secondary of mastery, and you can still have your stats all perfect. And cloak, can't forget cloak. You can still go get your cloak. Same thing here. You're looking for 233 shadow lace cloak. There you go. You're going to do the same thing as usual. But here's the caveat though. Trinkets. There are no trinkets. The trinkets are terrible. You can't, even if you try and buy them, they're all extremely expensive or just not good, not worth it. I would not say this is anything worth it. They're all even item 200 even. It's not good. I have a solution for your trinkets. But before we leave, we're going to do weapons. I want to get my two-hander. I don't care what kind of two-hander it is. I'm going to change my filter though, because if I do search for this, look, I only get, oh, that's crazy. I'm not going to spend that. I don't have that kind of gold. No. So I'm going to go and I'm going to recheck common. I am going to click upgrades only. I do recommend to do that. And then now I'm going to search for, oh my goodness, look at this. A 229 Truth Seeker staff for 530 gold. Yes, please. Thank you. I have no idea why green and 229s are in existence, but I'm not going to question it. That's awesome. So now I have a full set of gear from the auction house. Time out. I almost forgot about gems. We got to get our gems up here. I want to get some versatility gems because that's just in general good for tanking. Again, I'm going to go here, make sure it's blue, and here we go. And I got to take away the 60 as the required level because these gems are not that, they don't need that much. Jewel cluster is what you're looking for here, people. Jewel cluster. Pick your stat of what you want, and it's the jewel cluster. This was confusing to me because it says the item level is 120. Like, that's not good, but there's so many available and they're so cheap. This is the ones you want. So I'm just going to buy like 6 or so of them so I can just throw them into my gear whenever I get them eventually. And those are your gems. They're going to go into your necklaces and other items and upgrades that you get as well. And we're also going to go for bags here. We're going to go for bags. Containers is where they're in. Bags, and I'm going to search for bags, and you're going to try and find the cheapest ones. The lightless silk pouch or shrouded cloth bags are going to be your options here for the cheapest ones. I'm not too bad about this one. We're going to get these, buy them out. Cool. Now I got 4 30 slot bags and I'm good to go. I got my gems, I got my gear, and now it's time to set off towards some epic flying, which I'm going to go get to up here. So epic flying is directly up here. Again, I haven't even gotten stuff from my mailbox yet. There we go. That was weird seeing this widescreen. Just makes things real hard for this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to train master flying. That's another 5,000 gold dumped down there. But now we're faster, and that's all that matters, right? Got to go fast. Going back down here to get my mailbox, open everything up, get all the stuff, and we still have 30,000 gold left. So far this has only been 20,000 gold worth of stuff off the auction house, and there is a better option if you want to save some gold, or versus anima. And if you don't know what anima is, then you should probably spend the gold. We are going to go get another Hearthstone here because my Hearthstone, I only have one, especially when you first start off, and that Dalaran Hearthstone is just too good to pass up. So we're going to go in here and I'm going to show you the quickest way to get the Dalaran Hearthstone. The Dalaran Hearthstone takes literally 2 minutes to get. You just go to Orgrimmar in whatever city you're from, or if you're an Alliance member, you can go to wherever you can go to Azuna and take a portal in Stormwind. Stormwind has tons of portals. You need to go to the old Legion place. So in Orgrimmar, this is the portal room. This is in the, if you don't know where that is, I guess this is Orgrimmar portal room. You run in here. There you go. In here, you're in, a lot of times when you take portals, you get transported here in the first place. So I'm going to go to Azuna, and you see the Legion loading screen, and that's where you're going to know you're in the old Dalaran. That's where that Hearthstone is, and it's going to help you be able to move around the map so much faster. And here we go. Let me walk out here, as there's going to be a little path you have to go on. And I'm going to mount up, take a hard right, and look to the skies. There it is. Oh my God, that's Dalaran. So as I'm flying here, this is going to be able to make you be able to move around the map so much faster because you can just use your Dalaran Hearthstone to take you to Dalaran, which has a very quick flight to go to your main city. Whether it's Alliance or Horde, you can get to your main city very quickly. If your Hearthstone's down, you want to get to your main city, Dalaran is a very quick bypass point. I'll even show you at the end of the video. Entering into Dalaran, we are going to go to the corner of this place here, into this little inn right here. There's an NPC that's trying to follow and talk to me. Don't let him do it. This inn, right, I'm going to pull up the map here for you. This is the spot in the very northern part of the inn. You're going to go in here, talk to the inn, and say, I seem to have misplaced my Dalaran Hearthstone. And oh my God, there it is. Dalaran Hearthstone. I'm putting it right here on my action bar. And then, oh, I can teleport to Dalaran. And what this is going to look like whenever you teleport to, I know I'm in Dalaran, but it's fine. Whenever you use this Hearthstone, it teleports you here, which you take 2 steps out of the place, and you can mount up. And if you're Horde, you can fly right around the corner to Orgrimmar. There's a portal right here to Orgrimmar. And oh my God, now look, we're back where we started. Basically, that Dalaran Hearthstone is pretty much an Orgrimmar Hearthstone, and that is awesome to let you free up the spots for your actual Hearthstone, so you can put that wherever you want. You got your wormhole generator that I can go and use that to go wherever I want there, and just move around this freaking World of Warcraft efficiently. Now it's time to go back to Oribos. I'm going to go ahead and use my actual Hearthstone. If you do this all quickly enough, you can use your wormhole generator. And you can also buy the wormhole generator at the auction house that we were just at as well, and as far as the flow and sequence of all of this. But now that once we're in Oribos, we're going to go to Zereth Mortis to be able to get our character fully ready to go. So once we hearth in, we're going to come out here, and you're going to need to take these this little ring of transference again to go back up to the top here. Also, if you remember that skip that we did earlier, that skip is going to help us. Here's the golden portal. The Oribos portal is the northernmost portal to Zereth Mortis. And we're just going to jump in here. And if you have done the skip, it's going to take you all the way to Zereth Mortis, where you can skip again. You can do the world quest, you can get the rares, you can get the treasures, and you can really get your character ready to go. But there's Pokopak. Again, I have to do my action bars. That'll be a separate video. I also have unlocked Zereth Mortis flying, which is a little bit of a process. It's not too hard, but there's a ton of videos already out there on that. This is Zereth Mortis. This is the place that you're going to be really spending some time in to get your character leveled up, especially your main character. But looking at the map here, we have all of the things, the world quests and all of that good stuff. But this right here, Antros, is the world boss that you want to go to. I will do that in this video to show you how simple that is. But once you're here, this is the vendor. Just taking a big picture. Look at here's the city. This vendor, right when you walk in, this guy is the other solution. And if you don't want to spend 20,000 gold on this whole thing, which keep in mind, I did spend 5,000 on flying and some other things like that. So it's really only probably about 14 or so, 15,000 gold, depending on your servers and stuff, of course. But this guy sells an entire set of 226 item level gear. Now, I chose to do the auction house method because I don't have an extreme supply of anima on my characters, because I just came back to World of Warcraft, as maybe have you. So these are 500 a pop, and you can get chests, shoulders, boots, belt, etc. But the key here is the accessories of trinkets. And right now my trinkets are abysmal. They are terrible. It is this they're 148 still from my character just hitting level 60 from this whole boost thing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop on an alt, and by alt I mean main character. So this is my druid who's also in Zereth Mortis. I'm going to go back to this same NPC, and I'm going to use this druid's anima. And again, I only have 1300. I don't have that much. I'm going to buy 2 accessories here, 1 and 2. Those 2 accessories are going to get me 2 item level 226 trinkets, and there's a mailbox right here. Go to the mailbox. I'm going to mail them to my character. These items are bind on account, so as soon as you mail them, it does bind them to your character and stuff. You can't refund them, but now we're going to go back onto my character and use them. Also, cool little hack here is if you log out right next to this mailbox, it actually counts as a zone right there to be able to log out in. And not have to wait for the timer, but you get what I'm saying. So now I have the full auction house set, or if you want to buy your whole set through the anima from that vendor right there as well, you can totally do that. Mail it all over and then use it, and you're good to go. Now this mailbox, I open up my mail, and there we go. I have my 2 things here. So big picture now. Let's actually turn this whole. Let's equip all this gear and show you what's going on. So here we go. I'm going to start off with the bags. I'm going to drag these bags here to be able to put them on my character and get a little bit more bag space here instead of the crappy 22 slot bags that you start the game with. There we go. And now I have my 2 rings here. I'm going to socket both of these rings. Shift right click, drag this gem into there, apply that. The other ring, I'm going to socket that in there. Put it in there. All you do is shift right click on these rings to be able to get that. The necklaces, I accidentally messed up and I bought 2 necklaces. So hey, maybe you could save even more money. I want myself the versatility one here. So I'm going to keep this one and sell this one. I'll just put this way down there. I'm going to socket this one as well. Throw in a little gem in there. That's good. I'm all good with gems. I'm going to activate these and see what kind of trinkets I get. Symbol of lupine, cool. I have no trinkets, so this is great. Oh my god, 2 symbols of the lupine. Wow, that's really dumb. I've never had that happen on any character I've done this on, and of course it would happen in the one character that I make a video on for it, so that's great. So I'm just going to cry about that later. That's fine. I'll just get back on the alt. I'll do it again. You get the idea. And in fact, I'll do it now. Okay, we're back. I got that. That took a little bit longer than I wanted to because my druid didn't have enough anima, which is why I'm also an auction house boy, and I had to go do that. So here we go. We're back to it now. Let's not get that same trinket. Come on. What is happening? I'm getting trolled. I have symbols of, that's 3 symbols of the lupine, and they're unique equipped, so I can't even, oh my god, I gotta do it again. Okay, so the sad part is this is literally my last shot at this whole thing. So here goes nothing, all right? I'm doing it right here. No lupine. Okay, thank you, lucky coin. All right, so now I'm going to equip all of this gear to see the progress of already, just with those 2 trinkets, I'm up from 148 to 157. Let's equip the hands, wrists, cloak, boots, legs. What is this? Waist. Ring 1, ring 2. Also, if you didn't know this, if you have a ring that's a higher item level than the other ring, it automatically equips it in the highest upgrade spot as far as item level goes. But item level is not everything, but that does help. So chest, there you go. Headpiece. Did I buy 2 headpieces? Man, I really need to work on some stuff here. All right, cool. So I got to go sell the headpiece again. So maybe it's only 14,000 really that we had to spend here. So, and there you go with the shoulders and weapon equipped. I am up to item level 231 after just starting the game. Like, that's crazy, right? So now I did have an alt to be able, well, actually really most of it came from the auction house. The 2 trinkets came from having a main that does something. But again, other than that, trinkets are going to come from world quests. Sadly is the only way for really world quests that offer items, and like, okay, there's a waist here that is a 233 waist that I could go get right now. That's crazy, you know, and I honestly probably should have gone and bought that. I should have gone and done that. So Zareth Mortis with the skip is awesome, and honestly I probably should have also gone and done this world boss here first. I'm trying to fine-tune this thing to make it as efficient as possible so that you can get back into the game, get some alts going, play around with what you want to play in Dragonflight, and hopefully I've helped you in some way do that. But I am going to show you this boss here. It's super simple. I literally don't have anything on my action bars. I'm going to blackout kick it. I'm going to put it right there. So here we go. I apologize in advance for anyone that is grouped up with me in this, but do it for the sake of the video, right? But all you have to do is sign up for this thing, sign up for the world quest, and there we go. I'm accepted to the world quest, and as you saw, all I had to do was click it, and then I go to the side of the map to do the find group, and they're all doing it. Oh god, here we go. And I just missed it. This is just not my day, y'all. It's not my day. So I'm going to leave this group, and I'm going to click on the right-hand side of my screen that you can't see, looking for the world boss. I'm going to refresh it, see what's going on here, and jump into this one. And it's just that easy. You're going to be able to have these groups just automatically start filling up. You can see they're gathering over here. Flying is going to be a big thing for this. I'll go ahead and say this now. You're going to have 3 different types of campaigns in this world, right? You have your Covenant campaign, you have the main story campaign, and then you have the Secret of the First Ones, which is the Zereth Mortis campaign, right? So in order would be the campaign quest, which you should do first. Finish that up on your main character that you're doing. You should level and do that all the way through. Little dungeons here and there might help, but do that main campaign to get your first character maxed out. Then you're going to need to go and do your actual Covenant campaign. Lots of cool stuff happens with the Covenant campaign. And then the Secrets of the First One is all the campaign stuff that goes on here. And then this is what lets you be able to unlock flying. And that's there's plenty of videos on YouTube about flying. I'm trying to make different types of YouTube videos here for things to make your games more efficient. And now I'm going to go blackout kick this thing. Let's go. Blackout, I'm rolling around. Alright, as you can see, I did put things back on my bar to actually not be a freaking troll here and help out in some little way that I can. And boom, there's a quest, there's a thing. I don't even know if I got an item or not. Let's see if I got an item. And I did not. Classic right now. But ultimately, you get renowned for doing this, as you just saw, the level up with whatever campaign that you did pick. You can do this once a week. You get Sandworn relics, which that's a whole nother way that you can get gear, cosmetic thing, and some anima. So I could go back and buy another trinket just in case I messed up on that again. There is the full big picture here now for gearing up, and now I'm going to be in Zereth Mortis. I'm going to farm that guy once a thing. I'm going to do some Mythic Plus runs. You could do some LFR runs. There's the whole thing down here to get the Cipher of the First Ones to be able to get your tier upgrades. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see on this. I want to be able to make some efficient videos. This is a very different video. I have scoured YouTube to try and catch myself up with World of Warcraft, to try and see stuff, and this was a video that I never saw out there. What do I need to do when I first get a character to level 50, to level 60, or whatever? What can I do? What did I need? And I wanted to try and put it all together in one package deal so I can take and do all of my different tanks. I have 6 different level 60s now, all ready to go. And Dragonflight's the pre-patch is gonna be releasing soon. I want to be play testing all that kind of stuff. Subscribe if I've helped you at all. I really do appreciate it. With this little channel, I'm trying to grow into something bigger, and I'm going to be doing some Dragonflight stuff and a bunch of other things along the way. Stay tuned for the key binding stuff. Key bindings is my specialty here, and I think you're gonna like it. So anyway,